And
so Mike Malone a fan.
Correct. Kerfuffle.
Your favorite
we'll call it a kerfuffle. Nikola Jokic assessed a tech for that, but stayed in the game. We'll keep it pushing to the third quarter here because the shot making was just insane in this game. Right?
I have never seen shot making like this back and forth. I'm going to say never seen. Very rarely.
Floyd is such a luxury for him, and not taking what he has for his playing with KD for granted. And he's taking full advantage of the opportunity, being able to go one-on-one, not seeing double teams a lot, having another guy that's a real liable threat on the offensive end opens up things for D-Book. So I'm here for the apology before we start the show from Malik and RJ, because, you know, last week y'all were on y'all high horse about me not having Steph number one and having Devin Booker number one. So
that's fine. That's fine. Is this Malika's one shot?
Jamal Murray, what were we saying about that tough shot making?
That's what he does. Jamal Murray, again, we saw it in the bubble. He had to miss 2 straight postseason because of that ACL injury, but it looks like he is back and balling.
So then DeAndre Ayton on the floor in this one, Sinead, they would call it a jump ball, but watch. Does Jokic hold, is his arm held down here by DeAndre Ayton?
Yes, that was 100% a foul. You can't lift up with your left arm on the jump ball. We're not listening to Sinead right now.
Please don't.
She was going to waffle. Jokic is asking for it. He's like, I can't jump.
Well, he was saying that was a foul. They didn't call it as such. The Suns get the win. Jokic a little bit frustrated.
Huge effort, though. My goodness.
53 points from Nikola Jokic. Still, Phoenix walks away with the series all tied up as we head back to Denver. Let's take a listen to Devin's win for the Warriors. Sinead, she is back and has the adjustments that need to be made for the Dubs. We start right now. Welcome to NBA Today, presented by PNC Bank. Richard Jefferson, Malika Andrews, and she's back. Sinead Agumake in the building. Don't worry, Kendrick Perkins, Adrian Wojnarowski, Ramona Shelburne, Mark Spears.
Don't touch me. Stop touching me.
They will all be stopping by.
Let's go.
Are you ready, Rich?
I'm excited.
Where should we start today?
We should start the Phoenix Suns Denver Nuggets.
Let's start with the Phoenix Suns
now you want
and the Denver Nuggets. Because we were talking a couple of days ago, Richard, about how this was must-win time for the Phoenix Suns. And now all of a sudden they have come back into this series.
Oh, yeah, no. Kevin Durant has shown back up. I loved his attack in this game. He struggled to make shots early.
Transition points in the playoff. Number one in isolation points. Number one in points on drives. Number one on points on pull-up and mid-range points. So my thing is, he has been the best player in the postseason. And he's shooting 60.
Of whether Devin Booker is a superstar or not. This playoff run, it feels like a star is born in a big way. We've seen the numbers. He has 331 points so far, the most through a player's first 9 playoff games in a single postseason since 1990 Michael Jordan. What he's doing shooting the ball, I don't think we've seen it so efficiently done.
Right.
And so necessarily done.
Just Michael Jordan.
It's just MJ. Shifting positions. Chris Paul is out now going to the point guard. Also playing on the other end. You have to put respect where respect is due, because a lot of people said KD is going to be the reason why they have to advance, through his heroics. It's been Devin Booker.
Can I just say something about Devin Booker? Because we've been talking about this dude and all that. He's only 26 years old. Man, he gets better every year. We've been talking about him since his rookie year. The last couple of years have been impressive, really starting in the bubble. But the fact that he is 26 years old, that's going to be a problem for y'all. I'm over here.
Booker, Jokic, they went back and forth on the floor. I can't believe that is not the only thing that we need to talk about in the A block. It was Jokic's interaction with.
Didn't say anything about Devin Booker. You had the Aaron Fox over Steph Curry right before Steph Curry gave him a 50 ball. That was the Richards receipts. So now we're going to come back to camera 3 or camera 2.
Jib box.
Sinead, please bring us back on track here.
The reason why I didn't take any smoke was because I feel like I was the first one, at least mainstream, to say, hey, Devin Booker, this is your moment. Let's be real here, because when the playoffs started and we started seeing these numbers, a lot of the caveats were
out the window. I don't care about that. Just keep going. Keep attacking, keep being aggressive, and if it's a product of just getting open shots and knocking them down, that's what I'm supposed to do. Just taking what the defense gives me. I feel like I'm supposed to make a lot of the shots I take.
Devin Booker, he's gone supernova this postseason. That continued over the last 2 games. He led the Suns to a 2-2 series tie. He took 43 shots in games 3 and 4, missed just 9 of those, which is insane. He became the first player to score 35 points on 75% shooting in consecutive playoff games all time. And it's not every day, right, that a two-time MVP who has 53 points, 11 assists in a playoff game, that's a footnote to all this. But Devin Booker is just doing something that I don't know. You just have to marvel at, Perk. So how impressed were you, Perk, by Booker last night?
How impressed was I? Were you two impressed? Not you, Sinead, but RJ and Malika, because I thought it was maybe the week before last or last Monday. Didn't y'all have me up there and y'all surprised me with a segment telling me about after Steph hit for 50
Richard's
and
receipts.
how I was wrong about
basketball from Ishbia's hands to start the next play. So take a listen to what Jokic had to say about the incident.
The fan put the hand on me first, so I thought the league's supposed to protect us or whatever. So, but maybe I'm wrong. So we will see.
Did you happen to know who the fan was?
He's a fan of. He's on the. I know who is, but he's a fan, isn't he? He's a sitting
Phoenix Suns owner.
Sitting on the court, and he's a fan, isn't he?
Yeah.
That doesn't mean that he's a. So whoever it is, and he's a fan, he cannot influence the game by holding the ball.
I think it's crazy. Like he wants to be a part of the game. Just give the ball up, man. You know what I mean? And, you know, they deemed Nikola doing something that was excessive, I guess, and they gave him the tech, but I still don't really understand it.
Think the fans, the owner of the Suns, made any difference?
I don't give a I mean, I really don't care.
Richard, I know you have some thoughts on what went down court
here. And look,
are you going to bring me, Richard? Do you need help?
Look, you bring, because you're gonna work the iPad here. And look, I understand what they're going to talk about. He's just a fan, and technically he is just a fan. Trust me, the fan statement, that was a very strategic statement because they wanted to no, this is a fan. It doesn't matter who he is. But let's roll the tape. And this, I'm going to explain to you why Jokic did what he did and why Jokic always does this. Look, this ball is out on the Phoenix Suns. A Phoenix Suns player is all the way gone. So now Jokic wanted to get the ball because he had the advantage. The ball was the Denver Nuggets ball. So they had transition the other way. So when all of that stopped, that's when it became a problem. Because right now, the individuals here are stopping Jokic from getting out in transition.
Wow,
look,
what a flop.
Yeah, and I love the flop. I love the flop. Okogie is still nowhere to be found. Jokic is trying to get the ball. This is what he always does. But let me just say, did you see something different today? Did you see something different?
No, I didn't. I saw him trying to get the ball so that he can go because he's one of the best outlet passers.
Ishbia played for Tom Izzo, right? So he's played with one of the great coaches. This is Josh Grunke. He is the governor owner of the Denver Nuggets. He played at Mizzou. You know who he played for? Quinn Snyder. So we got Quinn Snyder coaching. We got Tom Izzo coaching. Same difference. What I think should happen is these two go. But Matt Ishbia, this is what he had to say.
Well, this is what he said this morning, Richard. Great win for the Suns last night in an amazing series so far. That should be the only story. Suspending or fining anyone over last night's incident, it would not be right. I have a lot of respect for Jokic. Don't want to see anything like that. Excited for Game 5. Go Suns. So our senior insider, Adrian Wojnarowski, joins us now. And Woj, it doesn't appear that Ishbia would like any further action here against Jokic, but what is the league weighing?
Well, they'll talk to both parties today. I know they were getting ready to talk to Nikola Jokic in the next hour. They'll talk to Matt Ishbia. The sense that I had gotten in the last 24 hours is that there should not be a suspension. I think that does weigh in it. You know, there's also another conversation that goes on between the two teams. But I think right now there's a sense of maybe at the max this is a fine for Jokic, but the league will talk to both sides, and they have surprised us in the past. They've surprised us this season.
Right, exactly. I think of Draymond Green earlier this year. Let's bring it back onto the floor because the Suns are back in this. The series is all tied up, but they've done it without Chris Paul. What's the latest on that front for the rest of this series? Yeah,
Chris Paul's not yet been ruled out for Tuesday night. I'm told it is still a real uphill battle for him to be back.
Every one of these shots was needed. I'm sorry for their karaoke on the left and right of me. I apologize, everyone.
It was beautiful. I don't know what you're talking about. But Devin Booker, he didn't actually make...
In game...
What a pass.
Who does he think he is, Kevin Love? I mean, that is a heck of a pass there. And then the second quarter here. Keep an eye on this.